Okay, so I think everybody can tell what item this is. Item numbers there. It's heavy. Build quality, I'm hoping is great. I mean, I know it's not. Is there a reason we're meowing over there? She wants to go outside. She's like, everybody went outside without me. Okay, so our instructions shows it coming with a handle, which see we don't need it. Oh, yeah. What is that? It's almost. Yeah. Grease fittings, that's good. There's some looseness there, but it has to be able to move up and down. So, actually, this side doesn't need to move up and down. I'm not sure why it's so loose. And the roller's off. Why is the roller off? Okay, so roller's off, set screws in. I can see where it was on there. I think what it is they just lifted on. This is a decent heavy piece. I mean, sitting here, almost not able to do it. So, got a couple rollers on here. So you're gonna have to set all this stuff up so it doesn't move. Of course, you're going to want to. Don't be like me. Don't start taking it apart. Okay, so it does have a through hole through there. As I'll say, it's kind of ridiculous if the grease didn't go into that bearing area. I know, they left you out. So I'm wondering, that side's tight, this side's not. Set screw's not in very far, so you can see where it was. A little loose. Okay, this one, got a set screw in there. I think the set screws came loose on their own. I don't think they sent them that loose. Got new set screws, so 4 extras. So it looks like there's several. They're probably all the same size. That's cool. Here's your handle. So here's your handle. Let's get that sucker out. Different kind of set screw. And it's gonna go on this big part right here. Handle's beefy. Of course, I would pull it off with some Loctite. Probably gonna put, once everything's set up, probably don't pull things out and Loctite them in. We're gonna have a lot to learn. I've been watching this guy. He just started doing YouTube full time. I am not a full time YouTuber. I have a day job. Can't afford to do YouTube full time, but I think he did some bead rolling. I know he's got a shrinker and a couple other things. Real interesting guy. It's like Fab Garage. I should know the name. I watch it all the time. Yeah, Garage Fab. I knew it was something like that. Anyway, I'm pretty sure he borrowed someone's bead roller. No, he has a bead roller. It's on a stand. I remember it now. So it looks like we have different size beads there. Of course, different size negatives, I guess is what I would call it. I don't even know the terminology for this stuff. Oof. I think those two probably fit together. Those two definitely don't. Oh, you know what? Each one of these needs set screws. I may just order me up a bunch of set screws. Huh. I think it's odd that it's like This one. That's a bit much. Maybe it's these two. Probably that one. And then those two. Do find it odd it's not. They're not closer, but until I do this, I don't know anything about bead drilling. I can tell you, I was worried that this thing wouldn't be very strong, but definitely looks strong enough. This one's the one that moves. Do both of them move? No, only one of them moves. So your top one's gonna be the one that moves. Okay, this is going to be the screw for the top. It's nice because it's adjustable, so you get it turned around and the handle's in your way, you can pick it up, flip it up. Only downward pressure, which I'm sure that's all I'm going to need, and that's pretty much it. There's not much else to it. So you get the 4 bead dies, and then this one, I'm thinking you can make 45s and stuff like that. Probably can't turn that over, but you might be able to loosen this and bring this in here and that one out and do it. I just don't know if there's anything else you got to worry about. I will be changing these guys out most likely. Oh, well, ain't gonna do it that way, huh? Gonna have to get this to the shop, tighten everything down. So, anyway, probably gonna change this. Get something that doesn't have a head, maybe an Allen, tapered Allen. And then maybe drill out the center of that washer. That way everything sits a little flush. That way if I do want to make a bend on it, I can. Now, everything here looks tough. The only thing that I might do is I might drill holes in the plate and sandwich it just so there's no deflection here. But God, it's thick enough. I don't think there will be. I think that's a nice setup. For the money, I think this is going to be good. It shows it in the vise. We will be building a stand for it probably tomorrow. I'm just not sure if I'm going to use like a rim, a semi-truck rim where it's movable, or if I'm going to put on a piece of square tubing and build it into my garage or what. This guy, Garage Fab, he built bunch of stuff on stands. I think his bead roller's on a stand too. So he put it in his garage, and I've had chains in my garage. So it was a piece of pipe that we put in the ground, and there was chains, and they were connected to the rebar, and that was when I built container boxes and I had to pull something. I had something that was strong to pull. So we may do the same type of thing. Instead of putting a piece of pipe with a chain on it, it'll be square tubing. So here's the joint. This joint will connect the two. So it goes from the large inch or so to like a ½ inch. It's a rubber joint. Man, it's pretty darn tight. So that's good, because where some things can be loose, you don't want this loose. You want it to be tight, so when you stop your pedal, everything stops. I don't know much about this electric motor. I kind of wonder if it has... I got a plug right there. I guess I'm going to learn. Foot pedal, it's okay. Looks a little cheesy. So it's not immediate stop, but it goes slow enough that you should be fine. See how it's still going? Let's see. Yeah, once you get used to it, it'll be fine. What was that? So, you get a surge of power if you flip it on. So you don't want to do that. Okay, only happens if you do something you're not supposed to. I think the reason they leave it loose is because of how this is going to set in there. The two bolts here. That's fine. And we'll have to get that tightened up, but we don't want to leave just a hair bit of gap. And so the gears aren't like binding up or anything. Because when this thing gets pushed open, that's going to change how close they are in the back. So they don't have to have a little bit of movement. Don't want a ton because we want it rolling the same speed. But yeah, all in all, I mean, this is like 600 bucks. Come on. There we go. It was right there. Pretty good looking. It looks like that goes on the other side. Should have stickers with what not to do, I guess. Oh, there it is. So you got your little warning plate. We'll put that on maybe. So anyway, like I was saying, for $569, I don't think it's a bad deal. We'll throw a stand on it, and I'm sure a lot of the stand cost was shipping and everything. But this is Eastwood. It copied it. Well, I'll put it in the link below. I mean, you can get it from Eastwood. Eastwood might be cheaper. I just do Amazon because my credit card information, everything's on there. To be honest, I should probably do it with Eastwood. Probably be cheaper, but if I do it on Amazon, I get credit for it when if I get someone else to buy one. Not much. I think I've made like $30 in the last year, but every little bit helps. So that's how the unit's going to set, and of course that's going to go over it. Protect your little fingers from this guy. Get everything adjusted well. Grease it. Like I said, someday I may put the plate. I kind of like the looks of the one that comes up and sharp, but man, this thing's a beast. I think we'll build our stuff out first. So we'll get a square tubing tomorrow and get this all built out the way we wanted. Yeah, so it looks like those spacers go, I know. I could read the instructions. I don't want to. I really don't. It's just how I am. I don't even have tools to really work on this, but I'm just kind of seeing what's what with it. And to be honest, they probably want you to put a washer in between each thing. I'll look at the instructions. I'll do it. But most likely, those other washers, one goes here, one goes here, because their bushing's not that big. Hey! They don't show where the other washers go. Yeah, anyway, like I said, pretty sure these washers, they want you to put them in here. And maybe once you're putting them together, you might have some space in there that you need to do it. Take that Allen's, take their Allen's, put that on there. Still gotta push those together and put the things in and everything. We're not putting it together today. That will be tomorrow. Today is just looking at it. I can tell you, this part of it, I think is 100% awesome. Heavy duty, like it. That's the main part of it. This part right here, I think they could have done a little bit better. But, you know, it's not terrible. And there's a good chance that these right here just turned out hundreds a day from China or wherever, and they don't put a ton of effort and time into it. Here's the thing. Just because it's made in China doesn't mean it's terrible. Right, Brandon? Yeah, you're not sure about that one. It doesn't mean it's terrible. It depends on the company buying them and what their standards are. You know, Eastwood makes them follow standards, then they're probably great. Probably not a thing wrong with them, other than they fall apart. No, it's because I haven't got anything tied on there. I'm just messing with it. What do you mean?
They're both Chinese companies.
Are they?
I'm pretty sure they're both built.
Can-Am's Canadian.
Is it?
Yep. I don't know if it's all built in Canada, but like the clutches on the CF Motos are Canadian too. Did you know that? They're actually, they do last. They're not terrible. That's the only thing on there that I really liked. I mean, don't get me wrong, their engines didn't give us a ton of problems.
Unless you ran them at the limiter most of its life.
Are you talking about Brandon's?
Yeah.
This stuff can go in the trash, and the rest of that can go in the truck for tomorrow, but we don't have to just keep everything together. Let's not lose anything. I will put everything in these Ziploc bags. So anyway, I give this part of it 5 stars, I think. We won't know until we start using it, how the gears and stuff. But just general, just open it and looking at it. And this one right here, I don't know, 3, 4. It still looks like it's decent. It's just a little trash. There's nothing that scares me on it. I like that. These seem like they're okay. We'll have to measure these and make sure they're going to be a standard size. I'm sure they are. And if they are, we're going to order a rubber lower with different time uppers, and I think there's some tricks that you can do with that. So yeah, this goes truck, this one goes in a truck, that's trash, that goes in a truck, that goes in a truck. Pick it up, she's heavy.
Yeah.
So I think it's good for the money. I think we got okay deal. I mean, the ones I was looking at I really wanted were $2,000. There's that. Well, until I get one, I don't want to start mentioning names because it may or may not be what it's all cracked up to be. That's gonna be burn pile. Okay, so all in all, think it's a good deal.